Hello, my friends, and welcome to Kurt Bergland's Baseball World. Every once in a while, I like to do a baseball book review, and I have found a book that is certainly worth bringing to your attention. And I'm going to go out on a limb here, and I'm going to call this the best baseball book that I have read in the last 12 months. And I have read a lot in the last 12 months. So I'm saying something with that. Now, I'm a little late to the party on this book. I'm going to tell you that right off the bat. The book was published in 2020. That's the first thing. Second thing I'm going to tell you is that I am not an expert on this topic, but I have read 4 books on this topic, and if you know me, and I think by this point you probably do, I'm not a big guy on biographies. I don't know why that is, but like a baseball biography about a single person doesn't usually hold my interest. This isn't a biography in a strict sense, because it's only a snapshot and it's got sort of an angle to it. But I've read 4 books about this particular person. I realized when I was reading this book that I've read more biographies about this man than I've read about any individual baseball figure. And you're going to ask me why that is, and I don't know. Except that I don't really understand him, and I want to. And there have been a variety of attempts to understand him and write about him, and I don't think any of them have really gotten there. The book is called Billy Ball. The writer is Dale Tafoya. Dale Tafoya. I'm going to have all of the book information in the description for this video. If you want to check out the title, any of that good stuff, ISBN numbers, make it easy for you to find if you're looking for it. But it's called Billy Ball, Billy Martin, and the Resurrection of the Oakland A's. And in some ways, I think this is the most interesting part of his whole career. This 1980 to 1982, just a snapshot, but what an interesting snapshot. And in some ways, you get a picture of Billy Martin from this 3-year chunk of time, that you get his personality, you get his baseball smarts, and you get the interesting twist of the hometown element here. Oakland, he's from Oakland, mom's in Oakland, so there's a lot of that stuff going on here. The A's are a team in transition in more ways than one at this point, and it's so well written. And the thing that this book does, that so many books that are, it's the new style of writing about baseball, and it drives me nuts. And I've talked about it a little bit before, but I'm going to go on a rant here. If you're writing a baseball book and you feel compelled to tell me about Watergate, what? Don't, just stop. Baseball writers, please stop with page after page after page of historical context. We don't care. If we want to read about historical context, we'll go research that. Don't you worry. I'll give you some examples. If you're writing about the Boston Red Sox in 1978 playing the New York Yankees at Fenway Park in the 163rd game of the season, don't tell me about busing in Boston. No, I don't need to know about it. I really don't. Stop writing that way. If you're writing about the 1973 season, we don't care about Watergate. Vietnam, We want the baseball. Just stick to the baseball. Is that too much to ask? And I am very pleased to report that Dale Tafoya does not go down that rabbit hole. Yeah, you get a little bit about Oakland, but you need a little bit about Oakland to understand Billy Martin. Oh my God, it just drives me nuts. You get a 250-page book and you get 150 of it on Watergate. What? Well, this book avoids that problem. Instead, you get sort of a coming together of a number of factors. This is my symbol for coming together. The first thing you get is Billy Martin's impact on a city just because he was Billy Martin. The Oakland Athletics went from drawing about 4 people per game, now I'm exaggerating, in 1979 to filling their stadium in 1980 and 1981. Now, part of it was because they played better baseball, and of course, Billy Martin, partly to account for that. But part of it is just because there was something about him that drew people to him. And this book describes that really well. So his impact on the franchise, the community of Oakland, pulling people to the franchise is described really well. And the second thing that's described really well that I appreciate is it goes into his evaluation of player talent, his strategies in games, that piece of it too, to change the team into a winner. So it's got those two pieces coming together really nicely. Dale Tafoya can clearly write a book. He writes well, he writes clearly. The book's been edited well. There are, in the book, pictures, which I appreciate. But there's 2 other things that I really appreciate even more than a good picture. The first one is a bibliography. If you want to read more about Billy Martin, Dale Tafoya tells you where to look. Wow. You talk about another gift that is overlooked in baseball writing. How about a bibliography, writers? How about adding that? Doesn't take long. You don't have to, this is not difficult. Just a bibliography. And Dale Tafoya gives you one in this book. And the second thing he gives you that I really appreciate is an index. Nobody loves a good index more than I do. But if you're looking for a specific topic in the back of the book, somebody took the time to break it out so you can easily find it. A bibliography and an index and some pictures. Well written. It's about 220 pages in length. I picked up the hardcover for about $5 online. Looks like the paperback runs you a little bit more. But boy, if you're looking for a book, by the way, my friends, what exactly are the criteria to be a marshmallow salesman? How do you get that job? And is that a door-to-door thing where you're peddling individual marshmallows? What goes on there? Because anyway, great book, Billy Martin and the Resurrection of the Oakland A's by Dale Tafoya. Highly recommended. 2020 publication year. All of the numbers, the ISBN numbers to help you find the book if you're looking to buy it are in the description for this video. Also, I'm putting the link to channel membership. If you want more of my insanity, channel membership is the place to find it. With channel membership, you get access to members-only videos, a discount on the secondary store, and a free gift from me every month in the form of PDFs that I create for different cards and dice sims. So check that out as well. Thank you for joining me. do yourself a favor, pick up Billy Ball, and you will be glad you did. Have a great evening. So long, everybody.